Scene 3. Legend on screen after the fiasco. Tom speaks from the fire escape landing. Tom. After the fiasco at Rubicam's business college, the idea of getting a gentleman collar for Laura began to play a more and more important part in Mother's calculations. It became an obsession. Like some archetype of the universal unconscious, the image of the gentleman collar haunted our small apartment. Image: young man at door with flowers. An evening at home rarely passed without some allusion to this image, this specter, this hope. Even when he wasn't mentioned, his presence hung in Mother's preoccupied look and in my sister's frightened, apologetic manner. Hung like a sentence passed upon the Wingfields. Mother was a woman of action as well as words. She began to take logical steps in the planned direction. Late that winter and in the early spring, realizing that extra money would be needed to properly feather the nest and plume the bird, she conducted a vigorous campaign on the telephone, roping in subscribers to one of those magazines for matrons called The Homemaker's Companion, the type of journal that features the serialized sublimations of ladies of letters who think in terms of delicate cup-like breasts, slim, tapering waists, rich, creamy thighs, eyes like wood smoke in autumn, fingers that soothe and caress like strains of music, bodies as powerful as Etruscan sculpture. Screen image, Glamour magazine cover. Amanda enters with phone on long extension cord. She is spotted in the dim stage. Amanda. Ida Scott? This is Amanda Winfield. We missed you at the DAR last Monday. I said to myself, she's probably suffering with that sinus condition. How is that sinus condition? Horrors. Heaven have mercy. You're a Christian martyr, yes, that's what you are, a Christian martyr. Well, I just now happened to notice that your subscription to the Companion's about to expire. Yes, it expires with the next issue, honey. Just when that wonderful new serial by Bessie May Hopper is getting off to such an exciting start. Oh, honey, it's something that you can't miss. You remember how Gone with the Wind took everybody by storm? You simply couldn't go out if you hadn't read it. All everybody talked about was Scarlett O'Hara. Well, this is a book that critics already compare to Gone with the Wind. It's the Gone with the Wind of the post-World War generation. What? Burning? Oh, honey, don't let them burn. Go take a look in the oven, and I'll hold the wire. Heavens, I think she's hung up. Dim out. Legend on screen. You think I'm in love with continental shoemakers? Before the stage is lighted, the violent voices of Tom and Amanda are heard. They are quarreling behind the portieres. In front of them stands Laura with clenched hands and panicky expression. A clear pool of light on her figure throughout the scene. Tom. What in Christ's name am I? Amanda, shrilly. Don't you use that. Tom. Supposed to do. Amanda. Expression, not in my. Tom. Ugh. Amanda. Presence. Have you gone out of your senses? Tom. I have. That's true, driven out. Amanda. What is the matter with you? You big idiot? Tom. Look. I've got no thing. No single thing. Amanda. Lower your voice. Tom. In my life here that I can call my own. Everything is. Amanda. Stop that shouting. Tom. Yesterday you confiscated my books. You had the nerve to. Amanda. I took that horrible novel back to the library. Yes. That hideous book by that insane Mr. Lawrence. Tom laughs wildly. I cannot control the output of diseased minds or people who cater to them. Tom laughs still more wildly. But I won't allow such filth brought into my house. No. Tom. House? House? Who pays rent on it? Who makes a slave of himself to... Amanda, fairly screeching. Don't you dare to. Tom. No, no, I mustn't say things. I've got to just... Amanda. Let me tell you. Tom, I don't want to hear anymore. He tears the portieres open. The upstage area is lit with a turgid, smoky red glow. Amanda's hair is in curlers, and she wears a very old bathrobe, much too large for her slight figure, a relic of the faithless Mr. Wingfield. An upright typewriter and a wild disarray of manuscripts is on the drop-leaf table. The quarrel was probably precipitated by Amanda's interruption of his creative labor. A chair lying overthrown on the floor. Their gesticulating shadows are cast on the ceiling by the fiery glow. Amanda. You will hear more. You... Tom. No, I won't hear more. I'm going out. Amanda. You come right back in. Tom. Out, out, out. Because I'm... Amanda. Come back here, Tom Wingfield. I'm not through talking to you. Tom. Oh, go. Laura, desperately. Tom. Amanda. You're gonna listen. And no more insolence from you. I'm at the end of my patience. He comes back toward her. Tom. What do you think I'm at? Aren't I supposed to have any patience to reach the end of, Mother? I know. It seems unimportant to you what I'm doing. What I want to do have a little difference between them. You don't think that... Amanda, I think you've been doing things that you're ashamed of. That's why you act like this. I don't believe that you go every night to the movies. Nobody goes to the movies night after night. Nobody in their right mind goes to the movies as often as you pretend to. People don't go to the movies at nearly midnight, and movies don't let out at 2 a.m. Coming stumbling, muttering to yourself like a maniac. You get 3 hours sleep and then go to work. Oh, I can picture the way you're doing down there. Moping, doping, because you're in no condition. Tom, wildly. No, I'm in no condition. Amanda, what right have you got to jeopardize your job? Jeopardize the security of us all? How do you think we'd manage if you were? Tom, listen. You think I'm crazy about the warehouse? He bends fiercely toward her slight figure. You think I'm in love with the Continental shoemakers? You think I want to spend 55 years down there in that Celotex interior with fluorescent tubes? Look, I'd rather somebody picked up a crowbar and battered out my brains than go back mornings. I go. Every time you come in yelling that goddamn rise and shine, I say to myself, how lucky dead people are. But I get up. I go. For $65 a month, I give up all that I dream of doing and being ever. And you say self. Self's all I ever think of. Why, listen. If self is what I thought of, Mother, I'd be where he is. Gone. Pointing to Father's picture. As far as the system of transportation reaches. He starts past her. She grabs his arm. Don't grab at me, Mother. Amanda, where are you going? Tom, I'm going to the movies. Amanda, I don't believe that lie. Tom, crouching toward her, overtowering her tiny figure. She backs away, gasping. I'm going to opium dens. Yes, opium dens. Dens of vice and criminals' hangouts, Mother. I've joined the Hogan gang. I'm a hired assassin. I carry a Tommy gun and a violin case. I run a string of cat houses in the valley. They call me Killer. Killer Wingfield. I'm leading a double life. A simple, honest warehouse worker by day. By night, a dynamic czar of the underworld, Mother. I go to gambling casinos. I spin away fortunes on the roulette table. I wear a patch over one eye and a false mustache. Sometimes I put on green whiskers. On those occasions, they call me El Diablo. I could tell you things to make you sleepless. My enemies planned to dynamite this place. They're gonna blow us all sky high some night. I'll be glad. Very happy, and so will you. You'll go up, up on a broomstick over Blue Mountain with 17 gentlemen callers, you ugly, babbling old witch. He goes through a series of violent, clumsy movements, seizing his overcoat, lunging to the door, pulling it fiercely open. The women watch him aghast. His arm catches in the sleeve of his coat as he struggles to pull it on. For a moment, he is pinioned by the bulky garment. With an outraged groan, he tears the coat off again, splitting the shoulder of it, and hurls it across the room. It strikes against the shelf of Laura's glass collection. There is a tinkle of shattering glass. Laura cries out as if wounded. Music. Legend. The Glass Menagerie. Laura shrilly. My glass menagerie. She covers her face and turns away. But Amanda is still stunned and stupefied by the ugly witch so that she barely notices this occurrence. Now she recovers her speech. Amanda, in an awful voice. I won't speak to you until you apologize. She crosses through portieres and draws them together behind her. Tom is left with Laura. Laura clings weakly to the mantel with her face averted. Tom stares at her stupidly for a moment. Is the shelf. Drops awkwardly on his knees to collect the falling glass, glancing at Laura as if he would speak but couldn't. The Glass Menagerie steals in as the scene dims out. Scene 4. The interior is dark. Faint light in the alley. A deep-voiced bell in a church is tolling the hour of 5 as the scene commences. Tom appears at the top of the alley. After each solemn boom of the bell in the tower, he shakes a little noisemaker, or rattle, as if to express the tiny spasm of man in contrast to the sustained power and dignity of the Almighty. This and the unsteadiness of his advance make it evident that he has been drinking. As he climbs the few steps to the fire escape landing, light steals up inside. Laura appears in nightdress, observing Tom's empty bed in the front room. Tom fishes in his pockets for a door key, removing a motley assortment of articles in the search, including a perfect shower of movie ticket stubs and an empty bottle. At last he finds the key, but just as he is about to insert it, it slips from his fingers. He strikes a match and crouches below the door. Tom, bitterly. One crack, and it falls through. Laura opens the door. Laura. Tom! Tom, what are you doing? Tom. Looking for a door key? Laura. Where have you been all this time? Tom. I have been to the movies. Laura. All this time at the movies? Tom. There was a very long program. There was a Garbo picture and a Mickey Mouse and a travelogue and a newsreel and a preview of coming attractions. And there was an organ solo and a collection for the Milk Fund simultaneously, which ended up in a terrible fight between a fat lady and an usher. Laura, innocently. Did you have to stay through everything? Tom. Of course. And, oh, I forgot. There was a big stage show. The headliner on the stage show was Malvolio the magician. He performed wonderful tricks, many of them, such as pouring water back and forth between pitchers. First, it turned to wine, and then it turned to beer, and then it turned to whiskey. I know it was whiskey it finally turned into because he needed somebody to come up out of the audience to help him. And I came up, both shows. It was Kentucky Straight Bourbon. A very generous fellow. He gave souvenirs. He pulls from his back pocket a shimmering rainbow-colored scarf. He gave me this. This is his magic scarf. You can have it, Laura. You wave it over a canary cage and you get a bowl of goldfish. You wave it over the goldfish bowl and they fly away canaries. But the wonderfulest trick of all was the coffin trick. We nailed him into a coffin and he got out of the coffin without removing one nail. He has come inside. There's a trick that would come in handy for me. Get me out of this 2x4 situation. Flops on the bed and starts removing shoes. Laura. Tom, shh. Tom, what are you shushing me for? Laura, you'll wake up Mother. Tom, goody goody. Pay her back for all those rise and shines. Lies down groaning. You know, it don't take much intelligence to get yourself into a nailed-up coffin, Laura. But who in the hell ever got himself out of one without removing one nail? As if in answer, the father's grinning photograph lights up. Scene dims out. Immediately following, the church bell is heard striking 6. At the 6th stroke, the alarm clock goes off in Amanda's room. And after a few moments, we hear her calling, "Rise and shine! Rise and shine! Laura, go tell your brother to rise and shine." Tom, sitting up slowly. I'll rise, but I won't shine. The light increases. Amanda. Laura, tell your brother his coffee is ready. Laura slips into the front room. Laura. Tom? It's nearly 7. Don't make Mother nervous. He stares at her stupidly, beseechingly. Tom, speak to Mother this morning. Make up with her. Speak to her. Tom. She won't to me. It's her that started not speaking. Laura. If you just say you're sorry, she'll start speaking. Tom. Her not speaking? Is that such a tragedy? Laura. Please. Please. Amanda, calling from kitchenette. Laura, are you going to do what I asked you to do, or do I have to get dressed and go out myself? Laura, going, soon as I get on my coat. She pulls on a shapeless felt hat with nervous, jerky movement, pleadingly glancing at Tom. Rushes awkwardly for coat. The coat is one of Amanda's, inaccurately made over, the sleeves too short for Laura. Butter and what else? Amanda, entering upstage. Just butter. Tell them to charge it. Laura. Mother, they make such faces when I do that. Amanda. Sticks and stones can break our bones, but the expression on Mr. Garfinkel's face won't harm us. Tell your brother his coffee is getting cold. Laura, at door. Do what I asked you, will you? Will you, Tom? He looks sullenly away. Amanda. Laura, go now, or just don't go at all. Laura, rushing out. Going. A second later, she cries out. Tom springs up and crosses to the door. Amanda rushes anxiously in. Tom opens the door. Tom. Laura? Laura, I'm all right. I slipped, but I'm all right. Amanda, peering anxiously after her. If anyone breaks a leg on those fire escape steps, the landlord ought to be sued for every cent he possesses. She shuts the door. Remembers she isn't speaking and returns to the other room. As Tom enters listlessly for his coffee, she turns her back to him and stands rigidly facing the window on the gloomy gray vault of the areaway. Its light on her face, with its aged but childish features, is cruelly sharp, satirical as a Daumier print. Music under Ave Maria. Tom glances sheepishly but sullenly at her averted figure and slumps at the table. The coffee is scalding hot. He sips it and gasps and spits it back into the cup. At his gasp, Amanda catches her breath and half turns, then catches herself and turns back to the window. Tom blows on his coffee, glancing sidewise at his mother. She clears her throat. Tom clears his. He starts to rise. Sinks back down again, scratches his head, clears his throat again. Amanda coughs. Tom raises his cup in both hands to blow on it, his eyes staring over the rim of it at his mother for several moments. Then he slowly sets the cup down and awkwardly and hesitantly rises from the chair. Tom, hoarsely. Mother. I apologize, Mother. Amanda draws a quick, shuddering breath. Her face works grotesquely. She breaks into childlike tears. I'm sorry for what I said. For everything that I said. I didn't mean it. Amanda, sobbingly. My devotion has made me a witch, and so I make myself hateful to my children. Tom. No, you don't. Amanda. I worry so much. Don't sleep, it makes me nervous. Tom, gently. I understand that. Amanda. I've had to put up a solitary battle all these years, but you're my right-hand bower. Don't fall down. Don't fail. Tom, gently. I try, Mother. Amanda, with great enthusiasm. Try, and you will succeed. The notion makes her breathless. Why, you're just full of natural endowments. Both of my children, they're unusual children. Don't you think I know it? I'm so proud. Happy and feel I've so much to be thankful for, but promise me one thing, son. Tom. What, Mother? Amanda. Promise, son, you'll never be a drunkard. Tom turns to her, grinning. I will never be a drunkard, Mother. Amanda. That's what frightened me so, that you be drinking. Eat a bowl of Purina. Tom. Just coffee, Mother. Amanda. Shredded wheat biscuit? Tom. No. No, Mother, just coffee. Amanda. You can't put in a day's work on an empty stomach. You've got 10 minutes. Don't gulp. Drinking too hot liquids makes cancer of the stomach. Put cream in. Tom. No, thank you. Amanda. To cool it. Tom. No. No, thank you. I want it black. Amanda. I know, but it's not good for you. We have to do all that we can to build ourselves up. In these trying times we live in, all that we have to cling to is each other. That's why it's so important to... Tom, I sent out your sister so I could discuss something with you. If you hadn't spoken, I would have spoken to you. Sits down. Tom, gently. What is it, Mother, that you want to discuss? Amanda. Laura. Tom puts his cup down slowly. Legend on screen. Laura. Music. The Glass Menagerie. Tom. Oh. Laura. Amanda, touching Dave. You know how Laura is. So quiet, but still water runs deep. She notices things, and I think she broods about them. Tom looks up. A few days ago, I came in and she was crying. Tom, what about? Amanda, you? Tom, me? Amanda, she has an idea that you're not happy here. Tom, what gave her that idea? Amanda, what gives her any idea? However, you do act strangely. I'm not criticizing. Understand that. I know your ambitions do not lie in the warehouse, that, like everybody in the whole wide world, you've had to make sacrifices. But, Tom, life's not easy. It calls for Spartan endurance. There's so many things in my heart that I cannot describe to you. I've never told you, but I loved your father. Tom, gently. I know that, Mother. Amanda. And you, when I see you taking after his ways, staying out late, and, well, you had been drinking the night you were in that terrifying condition. Laura says that you hate the apartment and that you go out nights to get away from it. Is that true, Tom? Tom. No. You say there's so much in your heart that you can't describe to me. That's true of me, too. There's so much in my heart that I can't describe to you. So let's respect each other's, Amanda. But why? Why, Tom? Are you always so restless? Where do you go to nights? Tom. I go to the movies. Amanda. Why do you go to the movies so much, Tom? Tom. I go to the movies because I like adventure. Adventure is something I don't have much of at work, so I go to the movies. Amanda. But Tom, you go to the movies entirely too much. Tom. I like a lot of adventure. Amanda looks baffled, then hurt. As the familiar inquisition resumes, he becomes hard and impatient again. Amanda slips back into her querulous attitude toward him. Image on screen. Sailing vessel with Jolly Roger. Amanda. Most young men find adventure in their careers. Tom. Then most young men are not employed in a warehouse. Amanda. The world is full of young men employed in warehouses and offices and factories. Tom. Do all of them find adventure in their careers? Amanda. They do, or they do without it. Not everybody has a craze for adventure. Tom. Man is by instinct a lover, a hunter, a fighter, and none of those instincts are given much play at the warehouse. Amanda. Man is by instinct. Don't quote instinct to me. Instinct is something that people have got away from. It belongs to animals. Christian adults don't want it. Tom. What do Christian adults want then, Mother? Amanda. Superior things. Things of the mind and the spirit. Only animals have to satisfy instincts. Surely your aims are somewhat higher than theirs, than monkeys, pigs. Tom. I reckon they're not. Amanda. You're joking. However, that isn't what I wanted to discuss. Tom, rising. I haven't much time. Amanda, pushing his shoulders. Sit down. Tom. You want me to punch in red at the warehouse, Mother? Amanda. You have 5 minutes. I want to talk about Laura. Legend. Plans and provisions. Tom. All right, what about Laura? Amanda. We have to be making some plans and provisions for her. She's older than you. 2 years and nothing has happened. She just drifts along doing nothing. It frightens me terribly how she just drifts along. Tom, I guess she's the type that people call homegirls. Amanda, there's no such type, and if there is, it's a pity. That is, unless the home is hers with a husband. Tom, what? Amanda, oh, I can see the handwriting on the wall as plain as I can see the nose in front of my face. It's terrifying. More and more you remind me of your father. He was out all hours without explanation, then left. Goodbye. And bag to hold. I saw that letter you got from the Merchant Marine. I know what you're dreaming of. I'm not standing here blindfolded. Very well then. Then do it. But not till there's somebody to take your place. Tom, what do you mean? Amanda, I mean that as soon as Laura has got somebody to take care of her, married, a home of her own, independent, why, then you'll be free to go wherever you please. On land, on sea, whichever way the wind blows you. But until that time, you've got to look out for your sister. I don't say me because I'm old and don't matter. I say for your sister because she's young and dependent. I put her in business college. A dismal failure. Frightened her so it made her sick at the stomach. I took her over to the Young Pope's League at the church. Another fiasco. She spoke to nobody, nobody spoke to her. Now all she does is fool with those pieces of glass and play those worn-out records. What kind of a life is that for a girl to lead? Tom, what can I do about it? Amanda, overcome selfishness. Self is all that you ever think of? Self is all that you ever think of. Tom springs up and crosses to get his coat. It is ugly and bulky. He pulls on a cap with earmuffs. Where's your muffler? Put your wool muffler on. He snatches it angrily from the closet and tosses it around his neck and pulls both ends tight. Tom, I haven't said what I had in mind to ask you. Tom, I'm too late to. Amanda, catching his arm very importunately, then shyly. Down at the warehouse, aren't there some nice young men? Tom, no. Amanda, there must be some. Tom, mother, gesture. Amanda, find out one that's clean living, doesn't drink, and ask him out for sister. Tom, what? Amanda, for sister, to meet, get acquainted. Tom, stamping the door. Oh my gosh. Amanda, will you? He opens the door imploringly. Will you? He starts down. Will you, dear? Tom, calling back. Yes. Amanda closes the door hesitantly and with a troubled but faintly hopeful expression. Screen image. Glamour magazine cover. Spot Amanda at phone. Amanda. Ella Cartwright? This is Amanda Wingfield. How are you, honey? How is that kidney condition? Count 5. Horrors. Count 5. You're a Christian martyr. Yes, honey, that's what you are, a Christian martyr. Well, I just now happened to notice in my little red book that your subscription to the companion has just run out. I knew that you wouldn't want to miss out on the wonderful serial starting in this new issue. It's by Bessie May Hopper, the first thing she's written since Honeymoon for 3. Wasn't that a strange and interesting story? Well, this one is even lovelier, I believe. It has a sophisticated society background. It's all about the horsey set on Long Island. Fade out. Scene 5. Legend on Spring. Annunciation. Fade with music. It is early dusk of a spring evening. Supper has just been finished in the Wingfield apartment. Amanda and Laura in light-colored dresses are removing dishes from the table in the upstage area, which is shadowy. Their movements formalized almost as a dance or ritual. Their moving forms as pale and silent as moths. Tom, in white shirt and trousers, rises from the table and crosses toward the fire escape. Amanda, as he passes her. Son, will you do me a favor? Tom, what? Amanda, comb your hair. You look so pretty when your hair is combed. Tom slouches on sofa with evening paper. Enormous caption. Franco triumphs. There is only one respect in which I would like you to emulate your father. Tom, what respect is that? The care he always took of his appearance. He never allowed himself to look untidy. He throws down the paper and crosses to fire escape. Where are you going? Tom, I'm going out to smoke. Amanda, you smoke too much. A pack a day at 15 cents a pack. How much would that amount to in a month? 30 times 15 is how much, Tom? Figure it out and you will be astounded at what you could save. Enough to give you a night school course in accounting at Washington U. Just think what a wonderful thing that would be for you, son. Tom is unmoved by the thought. Tom, I'd rather smoke. He steps out on landing, letting the screen door slam. Amanda, sharply. I know. That's the tragedy of it. Alone, she turns to look at her husband's picture. Dance music. All the world is waiting for the sunrise. Tom, to the audience. Across the alley from us was the Paradise Dance Hall. On evenings in spring, the windows and doors were open and the music came outdoors. Sometimes the lights were turned out except for a large glass sphere that hung from the ceiling. It would turn slowly about and filter the dusk with delicate rainbow colors. Then the orchestra played a waltz or a tango, something that had a slow and sensuous rhythm. Couples would come outside to the relative privacy of the alley. You could see them kissing behind ash pits and telephone poles. This was the compensation for lives that passed like mine without any change or adventure. Adventure and change were imminent in this year. They were waiting around the corner for all these kids. Suspended in the mist over Berchtesgaden, caught in the folds of Chamberlain's umbrella. In Spain, there was Guernica. But here there was only hot swing music and liquor. Dance halls, bars, and movies, and sex that hung in the gloom like a chandelier and flooded the world with brief, deceptive rainbows. All the world was waiting for bombardments. Amanda turns from the picture and comes outside. Amanda, sighing. A fire escape landing is a poor excuse for a porch. She spreads a newspaper on a step and sits down, gracefully and demurely as if she were settling into a swing on a Mississippi veranda. What are you looking at? Tom. The moon? Amanda. Is there a moon this evening? Tom. It's rising over Garfinkel's delicatessen. Amanda. So it is. A little silver slipper of a moon. Have you made a wish on it yet? Tom. Mm-hmm. Amanda. What did you wish for? Tom. That's a secret. Amanda. A secret, huh? Well, I won't tell mine either. I will be just as mysterious as you. Tom. I bet I can guess what yours is. Amanda. Is my head so transparent? Tom. You're not a sphinx. Amanda. No, I don't have secrets. I'll tell you what I wished for on the moon. Success and happiness for my precious children. I wish for that whenever there's a moon, and when there isn't a moon, I wish for it too. Tom. I thought perhaps she wished for a gentleman caller. Amanda. Why do you say that? Tom. Don't you remember asking me to fetch one? Amanda. I remember suggesting that it would be nice for your sister if you brought home some nice young man from the warehouse. I think that I've made that suggestion more than once. Tom. Yes, you have made it repeatedly. Amanda. Well, Tom. We are going to have one. Amanda. What? Tom. A gentleman caller. The Annunciation is celebrated with music. Amanda rises. Image on screen. Caller with bouquet. Amanda. You mean you have asked some nice young man to come over? Tom. Yep. I've asked him to dinner. Amanda. You really did? Tom. I did? I did. Amanda. You did? And did he accept? Tom. He did. Amanda. Well, that's lovely. Tom. I thought that you would be pleased. Amanda. It's definite then? Tom. Very definite. Amanda. Soon? Tom. Very soon. Amanda. For heaven's sake, stop putting on and tell me some things, will you? Tom. What things do you want me to tell you? Amanda. Naturally, I would like to know when he's coming. Tom. He's coming tomorrow. Amanda. Tomorrow? Tom. Yep. Tomorrow. Amanda. But Tom. Tom. Yes, mother? Amanda. Tomorrow gives me no time. Time. Tom. Time for what? Amanda. Preparations. Why didn't you as soon as you asked him the minute that he accepted? Then don't you see I could have been getting ready? Tom. You don't have to make any fuss. Amanda. Oh, Tom. Of course I have to make a fuss. I want things nice, not sloppy. Not thrown together. I'll certainly have to do some fast thinking, won't I? Tom. I don't see why you have to think at all. Amanda. You just don't know. We can't have a gentleman caller in a pigsty. All my wedding silver has to be polished. The monogrammed table linen ought to be laundered. The windows have to be washed and fresh curtains put up. And how about clean clothes? How about clothes? We have to wear something, don't we? Tom. Mother, this boy is no one to make a fuss over. Amanda. Do you realize he's the first young man we've introduced to your sister? It's terrible, dreadful, disgraceful that poor little sister has never received a single gentleman caller. Tom, come inside. She opens the screen door. Tom, what for? Amanda, I want to ask you some things. Tom, if you're going to make such a fuss, I'll call it off. I'll tell him not to come. Amanda, you certainly won't do anything of the kind. Nothing offends people worse than broken engagements. It simply means I'll have to work like a Turk. We won't be brilliant, but we will pass inspection. Come on inside. Tom follows, groaning. Sit down. Tom, any particular place you would like me to sit? Amanda, thank heavens I've got that new sofa. I'm also making payments on a floor lamp I'll have sent out. And put the chintz covers on. They'll brighten things up. Of course, I'd hope to have these walls repapered. What is the young man's name? Tom. His name is O'Connor. Amanda. That, of course, means fish. Tomorrow is Friday. I'll have that salmon loaf with Durkee's dressing. What does he do? He works at the warehouse? Tom. Of course. How else would I? Amanda. Tom, he doesn't drink. Tom. Why do you ask me that? Amanda. Your father did. Tom. Don't get started on that. Amanda. He does drink then? Tom. Not that I know of. Amanda. Make sure. Be certain. The last thing I want for my daughter is a boy who drinks. Tom. Aren't you being a little premature? A little bit premature? Mr. O'Connor has not yet appeared on the scene. Amanda. But will tomorrow. To meet your sister. And what do I know about his character? Nothing. Old maids are better off than wives of drunkards. Tom. Oh my God. Amanda. Be still. Tom. Leaning forward to whisper. Lots of fellows meet girls whom they don't marry. Amanda. Oh, talk sensibly, Tom, and don't be sarcastic. She has gotten a hairbrush. Tom. What are you doing? Amanda. I'm brushing that cowlick down. What is this young man's position at the warehouse? Tom, submitting grimly to the brush in the interrogation. This young man's position is that of a shipping clerk, Mother. Amanda. Sounds to me like a fairly responsible job. The sort of job you would be in if you had just had more get-up. What is his salary? Have you any idea? Tom. I would judge it to be approximately $85 a month. Amanda. Well, not princely, but... Tom. 20 more than I make. Amanda. Yes, how well I know. But for a family man, $85 a month is not much more than you can just get by on. Tom. Yes, but Mr. O'Connor is not a family man. Amanda. He might be, mightn't he? Sometime in the future? Tom. I see. Plans and provisions. Amanda. You are the only young man that I know of who ignores the fact that the future becomes the present the past, and the past turns into everlasting regret if you don't plan for it. Tom. I will think that over and see what I can make of it. Amanda. Don't be supercilious with your mother. Tell me some more about this. What do you call him? Tom. James D. O'Connor. The D is for Delaney. Amanda. Irish on both sides. Gracious. And doesn't drink? Tom. Shall I call him up and ask him right this minute? Amanda. The only way to find out about those things is to make discreet inquiries at the... When I was a girl in Blue Mountain, and it was suspected that a young man drank, the girl whose attentions he had been receiving, if any girl was, would sometimes speak to the minister of his church, or rather her father would if her father was living, and just sort of feel him out on the young man's character. That is the way such things are discreetly handled to keep a young woman from making a tragic mistake. Tom. Then how did you happen to make a tragic mistake? Amanda. That innocent look of your father's had everyone fooled. He smiled. The world was enchanted. No girl can do worse than put herself at the mercy of a handsome appearance. I hope that Mr. O'Connor is not too good-looking. Tom. No, he's not too good-looking. He's covered with freckles and hasn't too much of a nose. Amanda. He's not right down homely, though. Tom. Not right down homely, just medium homely, I'd say. Amanda. Character's what to look for in a man. Tom. That's what I've always said, Mother. Amanda. You've never said anything of the kind, and I suspect you would never give it a thought. Tom. Don't be so suspicious of me. Amanda. At least, I hope he's the type that's up and coming. Tom. I think he really goes in for self-improvement. Amanda. What reason have you to think so? Tom. He goes to night school. Amanda, beaming. Splendid. What does he do? I mean, study. Tom. Radio engineering and public speaking. Amanda. Then he has visions of being advanced in the world. Any young man who studies public speaking is aiming to have an executive job someday. And radio engineering? A thing for the future. Both of these facts are very illuminating. Those are the sort of things that a mother should know concerning any young man who comes to call on her daughter. Seriously or not. Tom. One little warning. He doesn't know about Laura. I didn't let on that we had dark ulterior motives. I just said, why don't you come and have dinner with us? He said, okay, and that was the whole conversation. Amanda. I bet it was. You're eloquent as an oyster. However, he'll know about Laura when he gets here. When he sees how lovely and sweet and pretty she is, he'll thank his lucky stars he was asked to dinner. Tom. Mother, you mustn't expect too much of Laura. Amanda. What do you mean? Tom. Laura seems all those things to you and me because she's ours and we love her. We don't even notice she's crippled anymore. Amanda. Don't say crippled. You know that I never allow that word to be used. Tom. But face facts, Mother. She is, and that's not all. Amanda. What do you mean, not all? Tom. Laura is very different from other girls. Amanda. I think the difference is all to her advantage. Tom. Not quite all, in the eyes of others, strangers. She's terribly shy, and lives in a world of her own, and those things make her seem a little peculiar to people outside the house. Amanda. Don't say peculiar. Tom. Face the facts. She is. The dance hall music changes to a tango that has a minor and a somewhat ominous tone. Amanda. In what way is she peculiar, may I ask? Tom, gently. She lives in a world of her own. A world of little glass ornaments, Mother. Gets up. Amanda remains holding brush, looking at him troubled. She plays old phonograph records, and that's about all. He glances at himself in the mirror and crosses to door. Amanda, sharply. Where are you going? Tom. I'm going to the movies. Out screen door. Amanda. Not to the movies. Every night to the movies. Follows quickly to screen door. I don't believe you always go to the movies. He is gone. Amanda looks worriedly after him for a moment. Then vitality and optimism return, and she turns from the door, crossing to portieres. Laura! Laura! Laura answers from kitchenette. Laura. Yes, Mother? Amanda. Let those dishes go and come in front. Laura appears with dish towel, gaily. Laura, come here and make a wish on the moon. Screen image. Moon. Laura entering. Moon? Moon? Amanda. A little silver slipper of a moon. Look over your left shoulder, Laura, and make a wish. Laura looks faintly puzzled, as if called out of sleep. Amanda seizes her shoulders and turns her at an angle by the door. Now. Now, darling, wish. Laura. What shall I wish for, Mother? Amanda, her voice trembling and her eyes suddenly filling with tears. Happiness. Good fortune. The violin rises and the stage dims out. Curtain.